Today's video is a bit different because this is the first time that I've actually compiled some highlights from my live stream. So a couple of days ago I was playing F1 2020. This is a very interesting game with new features such as building your own team, yeah? That's awesome. And this was streamed through Twitch, and here are the best bits. Now, my team. Let's start creating our team. Do you want the challenge of entering into Formula 1 at a new team? In my team mode, you'll start from scratch as the 11th team on the grid, building up your team in order to create a lasting legacy. Character, we've already got our character. How do I go back? What shall we call our team? We shall call it Grime Racing. There we go.
Nice. Now, some kind of income stream is critical, so we need to sign a primary sponsor. Our primary sponsor will pay a signing bonus to the team up front. This is vital to cover the early investments we need to make. They will also provide valuable weekly income for us. Each sponsor has a goal that they want the team to achieve. If we hit that goal, the sponsor will pay us an additional goal bonus.
Equinox, Slingshots, Fuel, TriStar, Distort, Shark, Loot. I am going to go for Shark.
Fantastic. Now we've got a budget to work with. Our car won't be going anywhere fast without a power unit. So let's sign a power unit supply.
Call it Sniffle Racing. Sorry I didn't see your message and I'd already decided to make my name. But thank you for the suggestion, Eddie Pleasier. I don't know how to say your name. Please comment in chat how to pronounce that, please. Chat, which power unit shall we go for? We've got a choice between Honda, Renault, Mercedes and Ferrari. I'm thinking of going for Mercedes, but what do you think? Which engine do you think? Because if you guys don't make a decision, I'll just go with the Mercedes engine because it's the best. Haven't had anyone from chat say anything, so I'm going to go for the Mercedes engine. Okay, so these are all Formula 2 drivers as far as I know. We can sign new drivers at the end of each contract period, and it occurs every 8 to 11 race weekends. So, and these are indeed all Formula 2 drivers. So we've got Ralph Boschung, Tatiana Calderon, Louis Delatraz, Dorian Boccolacci, Luca Giotto, the late Antoine Hubert, RIP, Nobuharu Matsushita, and Nick De Vries. I'm going to go with Matsushita, so we need to get ourselves a livery. We're going to edit this livery. We're going to change the vinyl layout. This one kind of reminds me of the 2007 Honda Earth car, which didn't look very nice, as far as I know. Yep, a lot of these liveries are fantastic. But have we found our livery? We found our livery. I quite like this one, but I'm going to change colour. There we go. Are you guys happy with this livery? I'm sure you will be. Now it's time for us to get our badge. Shall we just change and see what other ones we can choose from? Okay, so there's quite some good ones here. What shall we go for? There's just so many good ones we can choose from here. I'm going to go for this background emblem. Okay, do we have a G? Yes, we do. Got a G. Can you change the colour of the background shield? There we go. Here's our team logo. Yeah, we've got our team logo, so let's save and exit. Team colours. First colour of this team is going to be black, because we've got a black and red livery, but then Ferrari are shown as red, so I'm going to make the primary team colour black to show on the destination screen, on the timing screens, to avoid confusion with Ferrari. And I can't even choose dark red, because Alfa Romeo use that colour. That's the colour we want.
Okay, we're live in 5, 4, 3.
Hello folks, and welcome to the HQ of Formula One's newest team. We've been invited backstage to gain an exclusive insight into what could be one of the most exciting entries in the sport for many years. Now, we've seen a number of new teams enter the sport over the last decade, amongst their number Manor, Caterham, HRT and of course Haas. And while some have proved to be successful, others have morphed into different teams and some have disappeared completely. What marks this team out though as being
Manor,
something
HRT and Caterham all disappeared.
is also its driver. Now, there's a rich history of that in Formula 1 too. Sir Jack Brabham, John Surtees, Graham Hill and Bruce McLaren all drove their own cars in the sport, but it has become increasingly rare in recent years. What's very special about this team though is that while the team itself is new to Formula 1, so too is its driver and owner.
Whatever happens this season, you've already made the history books. Tell me, do you feel up to the mammoth task of both managing and driving for a Formula 1 team?
So what shall we say? It's been a lot of work, and there's even more to come. But I wouldn't have taken on the task if I didn't believe in myself and my team. This isn't just about me. This is about my team, and I'm behind them 100%. Together we're unstoppable. Or, nothing easy is worth doing. I live for challenges like this. What do we say, chat? I think I'm going to go for... Nothing easy is worth doing. I live for challenges like this.
Every team needs 2 drivers, but what was it that drew you to your teammates?
I've seen what they can do on paper and I see a lot of potential in them. That's about right.
No one aims to finish bottom of the table. Who's the team you're aiming to beat?
I predict we're going to have a few close races with Williams this season. Not too high just yet.
How are you expecting the car to feel out on track?
Making the car as responsive as possible was one of our main goals. This is going to give us the edge going into corners. Aero department
the other
will
teams
notice
now
that.
have years of experience, both on and off the track. How are you planning to catch up to them?
Okay. This era has brought a lot of complexity into power units, but we've found plenty of room to innovate in our ERS system. Our powertrain department will notice that.
Overtaking is a key part of this sport. How have you ensured that your car can take advantage of each opportunity that comes your way?
Overtaking is all about power, so we've been working hard to get every bit of performance out of the power unit.
And finally, which of your new departments are you most proud of?
Okay. Our power unit department, because we've got a Mercedes unit in the back of there, really had to hit the ground running when we took delivery of our engines. They've done a great job. Pardon me.
Well, that's about all we've got time for here. We will see how this fledgling team fares in its first Grand Prix.
Okay, great, thank you. That's a wrap.
Okay, so what shall we do? 26th, 27th. We're going to do a pre-season merchandise sale. And then how many days is it? We're going to the pre-season merchandise sale. before the car reveal. Then after the car reveal, we're going to do a power and durability focus. And then a driver training camp. And then the Grand Prix weekend. Customize my helmets here. Wow, am I just going to race with plain white helmet? Or am I going to put a different design on? Well, I am going to use this helmet design, but we're going to go for our own helmet, and this is the one. Suit. I'm going to change my driver's suit. Change it to something nicer. There we go. Might as well stick with them. Let's advance time. Done our pre-season merchandise sale. We've got 500k in. Got some more in and some more out. There we go. It's time for us to reveal our new car for the season. Wow. This looks absolutely brilliant. What a brilliant car this is. The number 53 on it. Okay, here we go. Now let's advance even more time. To resources and running costs. Time for our power and durability focus. Then our driver training camp, which is all brilliant. Now it's time for the Bahrain Grand Prix. Our first race weekend. Here's our workstation. Mindful we're on hard tyres. Antonio Giovinazzi's just set the fastest lap because he was first out. But can we go faster than him? Can we beat the number 2 Alfa Romeo? I'm sure we can. I'm sure we can beat the number 2 Alfa Romeo. Hello! Yes, we've beaten Antonio Giovinazzi, even though I forgot to put DRS on because I had to check the chat. Hello Lemone425. Sorry I missed your message because I was so focused on my lap. Now we're just cruising.
Okay, just want to remind you to keep an eye on your tyre temperatures, which you can do on the temperature panel of the LFD. We monitor carcass temperature and surface temperature, and you'll get the best performance when they're both inside a normal operating window. Surface temps tend to fluctuate faster, so try a few laps with the data open and get a feel for how to control them.
So we've gone purple in sector 1. I believe I missed your message. Oh no, and I've gone sBinalla. We get purple in sector 2. Well, yes, we've gone purple. We've set an even better lap time. So we're staying out. We're not going in yet. I think the Mercedes engine is helping, even though we aren't expected to shoot ourselves too high because we're an all-new team. And remember what BAR did? They said they had a tradition of excellence, and we've set the fastest lap again. We are faster than Gasly. We are faster than Pierre Gasly. It might be worse, but then it might be better. We don't know. We might need to come in. So I would like to... Oh, I'm setting purple again. So this car is absolutely brilliant. I think we're going to be one of the front-running teams with this Mercedes engine. And it seems this chassis is brilliant as well. Although we might not be able to keep up entirely with the work team. Oh dear, I've gone off the track. I went off the track. Tyres are wearing out. So I think we're going to go in and change to mediums and then try it out. On the medium tyres, mediums. No, I've gone off the track. I've gone sBinalla again! No, I've done the biggest sBinalla. No, I've gone sBinalla again! If you listen to that Sim Dane song about the Spanish Grand Prix, where Charles looks like his car said, "Bike or sBinalla, sBinalla, struck him like a bullet." Yeah, Sim Dane's songs are really hilarious. I would recommend them on YouTube. And his Formula 1 race songs are even more detailed than the actual highlights on the F1 channel. So if you do get a chance to check Sim Dane out, he's absolutely brilliant. Okay, so now it's time to use NOS. Are we going to set a better time? No, we did slightly worse in the third sector, but we still have the fastest time, so I may have to change difficulty. Because I think the difficulty I'm currently set to is too easy, because I'm fastest and Matsushita is nowhere near me. He's probably down in like 18th or somewhere. I'm gonna have to check the results when I come in. And I think I might come in on this lap if we perform worse down here. And we've gone purple in sector 2, so we might as well stay out this lap and then come in the next one. Chat, which would be the best strategy? Use soft, come in and use softs now, or save the softs until the qualifying and just use hard and medium in the practice? What would you suggest? I'm thinking I might want to stick with the mediums and then only switch to softs during our one-shot qualifying. And do you think I should do all practice sessions? Or shall we just do the one practice session and then skip straight to one-shot qualifying? No, I've gone sBinalla. And off we go. Lights out and away we go. And here I come. Going absolutely brilliant. Now, we have braked. I've got the ultimate grip. Now I can use the RS. And we're at night because it's qualifying. Got the ultimate grip because the tyres I am on are the soft tyres. And they're also the fastest, but then they also wear out the quickest. Now this car really is performing well on the soft tyres, because Prime and Option did go when they simplified the tyres after that confusing tyre debacle of 2018. I'm glad they stopped that. Yes, Bottas is currently on pole. But this is more realistic because Bottas is faster than us. We aren't quite going as fast as him. And we didn't even use our DRS. So a big mistake there. Which has probably given Bottas the advantage. Now we are braking. Come on. Let's go. Let's go. Let's set a good enough time. Let's keep it going. We have braked. It looks like Bottas is going to take pole. He lost control a bit there. Now there we go, DRS. Qualifying complete. Where did we qualify? We qualified 4th. So it wasn't a bad lap at all. Here we are. It's race day.
No more testing, no more practice. This is the real deal. And it's make or break here at round 1 of this year's Formula 1 World Championship.
Okay.
Can Mercedes start with victory in their bid to win a 7th consecutive Constructors' title? Could Ferrari or Red Bull establish an advantage early on? And with 22 cars on the grid, how quickly can the new team find their footing?
Very good.
Well, it's great to be back, Anthony Davidson. We've got a lot to talk about this year.
That's right, Crofty. It felt like a long winter, but it's good to finally be back. I have to think the usual suspects will battle it out.
This was an even longer one in real life, though.
There's going to be some teething problems early on in the season.
Because this game was set as if there was no pandemic.
Will have the advantage today.
As I mentioned earlier, we're up to 11 teams this season, with a new entry run by, well, of all things, an owner-driver. That's something we haven't seen in this sport since Hector Raback over 4 decades ago.
Lewis Hamilton.
So how are they looking so far?
It's hard to imagine how a small operation like that could survive in the ruthless world of Formula 1. And yet here they are, first ever race looking surprisingly strong. But there are no points for qualifying. Let's see how they fare in the Grand Prix proper.
So what we're going to do, 14 laps. This is the quicker one. Going to use the same option tyres we qualified on. Then by lap 6 they'll wear out, and then I'll change for mediums. That's the strategy we're going for. Okay. Lights out and away we go. And we're absolutely quick. We've made a brilliant start. Could even get past Bottas and take the lead. There we go. We have now taken the lead. No, I almost spun out there. But we managed to hold it on. I think we may need to go into hard difficulty because this is too easy. We still got ahead of both Mercedes. No, Bottas has slammed into the back of me. It's allowed Hamilton through, but now Bottas managed to get back ahead of him. Looks like we're going to be a team that wins their first race, which is something that BAR predicted, but it never happened. But then their successor, Braun did. And now, obviously, they are Mercedes, who are the dominant force in Formula 1. And I've got two of their cars behind me, and I have their power units too. It's pitting already. What's happened to Lewis? What has happened to Lewis? I'm battling with Bottas. Bottas has taken the lead because his car's got slightly more. He's got a better chassis than me. If Lewis was here, he would have got ahead of me as well. What's happened to Lewis? I'm beginning to lose out. I led the first lap, but now I've fallen behind Bottas. Now this is getting a bit more realistic. No, I've gone off the track. No, I've collided with Bottas. No, I've fallen well down the order. I've fallen to 15th. 15th. No, I'm gone sBinalla again. Now I've fallen to 14th. I almost took out Giovinazzi there. Should have been. How is my car spinning out? Oh dear, I collided with Latifi almost.
That was far too aggressive. Clean passes only. We don't want a penalty.
No, I've gone sBinalla! sBinalla, please. And Max Verstappen's now in the lead because I collided with Bottas. And he's now set the fastest lap as well.
DRS will be enabled this lap. You can use it within 1 second of the car ahead and in the DRS zone.
Raikkonen.
Tyre condition is still looking good.
Tyre conditions still looking good, but then they're absolutely hot. That's why I keep spinning out. That's why I almost collide with Raikkonen. No, I've gone sBinalla again of Grosjean and the torpedo on Danny Kvyat, the torpedo. I hope Kvyat doesn't torpedo us if we get past him. Oh dear, we've collided with Grosjean. Now we've got past Grosjean. No, we've gone into Grosjean because Grosjean cannot move out of our way. So now I've got damage on the front wing. Great manoeuvre. I might have some damage to my front wing from that collision with Grosjean. Look at this, I'm running a bit wide because my front wing has been damaged by this minor collision scrape with Grosjean. Now we need to get ahead of the torpedo. We're catching up with the torpedo here. Now Matsushita's in the pits. We're going to get out ahead of Nobuharu Matsushita. We're going to be ahead of him. Let's use the DRS.
We're trailing our teammate by 11.2 seconds.
Now we're ahead of them all. I kind of launched myself into Magnussen. Oh dear, I've collided with Magnussen. I had a collision with K-Mag. Now we're using DRS. And I think we're ahead of Matsushita now. We're now running 12th. We could easily pick up some points now.
A new strategy is available on the MFD.
There's a new strategy available. However, I'm going to stick with my current one. They keep giving me new strategies. No, I'm going to stick with these tyres until the end. This is a messed up strategy, and the torpedo's got ahead of me.
Faster engine.
How? Yeah, torpedoed me. Kvyat absolutely torpedoed me. Let's keep it going. The green flag. What's happened? Esteban Ocon's out. What's happened to him? What's happened to Esteban Ocon? I think his engine failed. Can't keep looking back at him.
Okay, clear.
Now it's green flag and it's all clear.
Some information on Vettel. They are out of the
race.
race.
Oh dear. Sebastian Vettel is out. Vettel's engine went. But at least Vettel's retirement means that I can score a point, because I'm now in 10th place. Let's keep it going. Who's going into the pits?
Hamilton is stopping now.
Hamilton is in the pits. We're just going to keep racing till the end. So now we're ahead of Lewis.
Final lap.
Kvyat's using his DRS. The torpedo's got ahead. But I keep the inside line. No, he just torpedoed into me. He absolutely torpedoed into me. Kvyat torpedoed into me, just as Hamilton sets the fastest lap. He used his DRS, but I kept the inside line, and he torpedoed into me. So, 9th is where we're going to finish. Lando Norris takes his very first Grand Prix win. Very great drive from him. Very excited for Lando fans. And I've got Kvyat and Bottas behind me. I think because of Hamilton's collision with me, he fell behind. And we take 9th on our debut.
Right,
we score 2 points.
Take care of the car on the way in.
There we go. Charles Leclerc is driver of the day.
A fantastic team effort then to secure victory here in the desert.
McLaren take their first win since 2012.
What was it that helped them achieve this success?
Debut win for Lando Norris. McLaren sponsored by Coca-Cola.
Outside, cutting underneath, we saw it all today, and it's really nice to see a Grand Prix won in that manner. A race surely.
Ricciardo takes 5th in the Renault, and he's now at McLaren alongside Norris.
They're making their way out onto the podium
Vettel
now.
at Ferrari.
Great race from the
Verstappen
McLaren team,
2nd,
and I'm
Leclerc
really
3rd.
happy to see them there on the
Yeah, I did
top
make
step of the
contact
podium.
with both Mercedes, so I'm probably responsible for both Mercedes not scoring any points or even finishing off the podium. But I think Hamilton's still got fastest lap and scores a point for that. But great job, Lando! Great job, Norris! There we go.
This round of the World Championship, here's how things look in the Drivers' Table. Lando Norris takes over the lead of the Drivers' Championship after that excellent result. Now, let's discuss, Ant. Who would you say is a contender for Driver of the Day?
Charles Leclerc showed exactly how to manage yourself out on the track today. He was almost flawless out there. Incredible stuff.
Let's move on to the Constructors. McLaren supplant the previous leaders, taking control of the championship. Well, Ant, an end to another fantastic weekend of racing. Thanks to everyone who joined us, and we'll see you for the next one.
Yeah, only Ocon and Vettel out. I did make contact with Hamilton, so he ended up 18th behind my teammate Matsushita. So it meant he had to make 2 pit stops. Let's see if he did make contact with me, and he only made 1, but the Williams is slow, so he finished the last classified finisher. And see here, Bottas only managed 11th, so not a good start to Mercedes at all. It's a brilliant start for McLaren constructors. Yep, McLaren lead the constructors ahead of Red Bull, then Ferrari because of Leclerc's podium and despite Vettel's retirement. Then Renault 4th and Racing Points 5th, but despite Ocon's retirement, Ricciardo finished higher and scored higher than Ocon and Perez did, so 4th is Renault and 5th is Racing Points. Then we're 6th because of my 2 points. 7th is AlphaTauri, whilst surprisingly Mercedes are in the same position as Haas, Alfa Romeo and Williams, yet to score. So this is a very interesting season, more interesting than the real season.
So that was an exciting race from our perspective. Let's have yours. You really looked in control of your car out there. Your team must be thrilled.
This was for the fans. I always put on a good show.
It wasn't the cleanest race today, was it?
Not sure what's happened out there, to be honest.
Great. Well, that's everything.
Serious.